Okay, if you joined us last episode, we left off where we either have to check on Walter or we have to go straight to the eye. I'm going to check on Walter. I think that's the best thing to do here since we're just 18 yards away from him. So I'm going to run upstairs and check on him. By the way, this is Hereck, and we are playing Starfield. I think this will be episode 12, maybe 11 or 12. If you've been keeping up with us and you haven't subscribed, or even if this is your first time, go ahead and subscribe now. Leave a like, and along the way, if you have something that you think you want to talk about, please put it in the comments. I am, to this point, nowhere near having so many comments that I can't keep up with them. Not even close. So, more than likely, I will respond to you. I'm hoping someday I get to the point where I have so many comments that I can't keep up. That would be fantastic. Not there yet, though, so good chance if you want to say something, I'm going to see it. Alright, let's check on Walter. He's being choked out here. I'm going to do a quick save. Make sure my pistol is equipped. And let's go see what we can do. Hold off the hunter. Are we supposed to shoot him?
I'm almost done. Just a bit longer.
Okay. So this is why I saved, because I wanted, I'm gonna reload. What I wondered is if this was gonna go straight to combat, then if I shouldn't just go ahead and snipe him, right? So that's, I think, what I'm gonna do. I'm currently being detected. But could I come up from behind and snipe him? That was the reason for the autosave. Should be right here, basically. Should be getting pretty close. Okay, can I get to see in his head while I'm still hidden? Oh, maybe. Maybe not. Okay, so does not look like I can initiate this. Until Walter starts to break free. I can't shoot this guy. It's not working.
Hello again.
So,
enough time, is there?
Protect the artifact. Ignore the noise.
So I'm gonna have to run around and fight him this way.
I have all the artifacts. Everyone,
Looks like there's two of them in here.
an old escape tunnel to the well district. Come on.
The universe bends. Persistence. All right, let's try this. Is that all?
Is he gone? Is there a second one? Thought I saw that there was two. Okay, she said something about an old something downstairs, so... Okay, I got him. Escape the lodge. And it looks like it wants me to do it through the basement, so... This is leading out to the well. Make sure I'm reloaded. Let's get my rifle reloaded also. But I'm gonna go back to the pistol for now.
I don't know if he's gone, but we can't risk it. Get to the ship!
Okay. I think I either had to sacrifice Walter or sacrifice Vlad there. Like, I couldn't go to both. I think whatever I did, one of them was gonna... Whoa.
How about this one? They always...
Walter's alive. Okay. We have some civilian casualties here. Can I just go? I think we can just keep running. Come on, Walter.
Witness the infinite! You're going down! Your glimpse of the Unity is over!
Whoa. All right.
Things aren't looking good for you.
You're in my way! It didn't have to go down like this!
This isn't worth it.
Man.
Always more games!
Let's see how long you last!
Let's see how you handle this!
All right.
The artifacts are mine!
This guy course I wasn't reloaded.
Your eternity ends.
Oh, there's two of these guys or what? Is that why I was dying so bad? Because there was two of them? I can't even tell. No, there was only the one. Holy smokes. They didn't make this easy, did they? I went through a ton of ammo there. And of course, reload speed on this rifle is super slow.
You will be scanned as you enter the
I didn't see Walter. Okay, let's get in the cockpit.
Help the others.
Now we get to go to the eye.
We have to risk it.
Okay. They did a pretty good job of making this feel huge. The whole time I was fighting that, I felt like I might not make it, you know? That whole time. Oh, great.
I have to admit, this has been interesting. What are you going to do with the armillary now? I wonder.
The armillary? What is the armillary?
I'm not usually vested in combat. Impressive. I think you've learned a little something.
Oh, what is it? Unrestricted. Yeah, okay. How do you keep coming back to life?
In case you didn't notice, I have a way of getting around unseen. Although I'll admit, retreat isn't a humiliation I've had to endure in some time. You should be proud. There's a greater purpose to all this. You might have a larger role than I realized. A mistake on my part. Keep collecting the artifacts. We'll meet again. Maybe you'll glimpse the unity yet.
Okay, so now he wants me to keep going. Got it. I need to go to the eye. So yeah, initially it was no way, you can't do it, no, you're not good enough, and now it's, well, maybe I was wrong, you are good enough. A little strange. Almost there. Let's get boarded. And go. Okay, looks like we got a few people to meet again. One of these episodes where you go in and run around to everyone, so... Oh, Andreja.
He came out of nowhere.
It's okay, I'm here.
Thank you. I don't think I can move right away. But I'll make it. Go on.
Okay, she's fine. Oh, Barrett. Barrett.
Barrett. Barrett. It's Sarah.
There has to be something I can do to patch him up.
Hey. There's nothing you can do now. He's almost gone. Barrett.
Almost.
We're going to keep going. We'll finish this adventure you started. It's okay. Be at peace.
Oh, is there a way I could do the story where it doesn't kill anyone? Or are we going to lose someone no matter what? Ugh. Could I have saved him?
We can't change anything now. Come on.
Oh, man. That stinks.
Dad! The others are here.
I really messed up on this one, friend. Usually the last guy to get outdrawn.
I'm glad you're okay, Sam.
Back at you. I don't think I'm gonna be moving around too much for a bit. But I'll be alright. Oh, thank the stars beyond.
Oh, Vlad.
You're alive. Krix's ghost can keep waiting.
How did the hunter get in here?
Saw the ship dock with the eye. We took up the arm's call, but when the doors opened, there was no one there. Skulked in like a damn specter. Before I had to know, it was nothing but pain's wings and the cold sleep. Time's unknown, but I came too long enough to hear him gloat about going to the lodge and seeing our friends trying to crawl away from him on a bloody trail.
How bad is the eye damaged?
Can't be sure yet. Starborn could have done a lot more damage. Guessing the glitter of the prize wasn't here.
Did the hunter have other Starborn with him?
Not many sights to see before I lost the lights.
Okay, let me help you up.
No tears for the old.
Vladimir! Oh, thank goodness. Where's Barrett?
Okay.
We need to talk locks and bolts. Lodge and the Eye are not secure.
Where can we bring the artifacts? We need to move them.
Got the right of it.
The hunter, he probably found us because we're somewhere obvious. High populated area, just like how the Starborn found you orbiting Neon the first time. But the fact that they're competing with us to find the artifacts means they can't get them without searching.
So we put the artifacts somewhere in the fringe, or on something that can slip from their grasp if they do another strike from the curtain.
I could build an outpost for it and put up some defenses.
Hope your walls are high, just in case the Starborn get lucky and find the spot to do the breach and storm.
Here, keep the artifacts safe. I guess we'll meet back at the lodge after.
Okay, build the armillary on your ship or build the armillary at an outpost. You can now build the armillary on your ship or at outposts. To build the armillary, go to the new armillary screen inside your ship's cockpit. Go to the outpost and enter building mode. Okay, let's see what an armillary is. Let's go to the ship and see what an armillary looks like or is on the ship. Okay, so Build the armillary. Build. You can now move the armillary. Starborn attacks are more likely wherever the armillary is placed. If you choose to keep the artifacts in your inventory, then attacks are more likely everywhere. Add artifacts.
Our group has one less member. That will lower our overall effectiveness in all areas.
Yeah. That sucks. I wish I had a way to fix that. Okay. Alright. So, this is where I keep them, and wherever I keep them, more likely that attacks will happen. So if I want less attacks, put them on a planet, I guess. But then that planet's going to get attacked all the time. So I guess leaving them on my ship is the way to go. I just have to be ready for ship combat, which I'm not real interested in doing, but that's what it is. I see I have a little bit low health. I'm going to take a rest here in a second, but I just want to make sure all my weapons are fully loaded. They are. Okay. And what's the next quest? Return back to the lodge. Let's do that. It's a little worrying that the fast travel to the lodge isn't available. And the shipbuilder guy isn't here. And we've got red falling from the sky. Little worrying that the city now has a gate up and defense is built.
If you were a victim of the recent attack, please remain.
Okay.
The spaceport has been secured. Safety precautions remain in place. Please wait for the all-clear signal before exiting your homes. That is all.
Alright. Well, I guess no more fast travel within New Atlantis. Which kind of stinks, but that is what it is.
We'll get through this together.
Thanks, Sarah. Oh, so we take the long run back to the lodge. I must be overweight. No. Must have just been running for too long. So there is a trick to that, by the way. You don't really expend energy when you're jetpacking. So as long as you jetpack everywhere, you can still get your energy back. But that requires jumping all the time, which gets a little tedious. Barrett's belongings have been moved to the lodge basement. Man, they really remind you about this death thing a lot, don't they? Wow.
Mateo, I need to be checking everyone's vitals.
The lodge is
Now
still
really
our home.
isn't the time.
We'll make it
I
feel
know.
that way again.
Look, we all feel like we've been kicked into the ground 1,000,000 times over, but I think I have something. I'm serious.
Okay, tell us about it, Mateo. Don't keep us all in suspense.
We'll get through this.
If I may,
Those starborn
I know our
bastards.
encounter with the Hunter is the last thing anyone wants to talk about right now, but he said something that I can't get out of my mind.
A lead? Let's do it.
Unity. Do you remember that?
Yes. He said our part in glimpsing the Unity was over.
Because he was stopping us, implying that we were getting closer to it. The thing is, I've heard that word before. It's an important concept in Keeper Aquilas's speeches.
The priest? Is the Sanctum Universum going to bless our little crusade of discovery?
It can't be a coincidence. The Sanctum has always believed that answers are out there in the stars. Look, I know it's the longest of shots and the biggest leap of faith I could ever ask us all to take, but why not talk to him?
I mean, couldn't hurt. I mean, it's one word, unity. I don't know that I totally believe it, but we should try.
There's no harm in gathering more information. A visit to the Sanctum might actually be quite enlightening.
Thank you. I know it's not much to go on, but something about this feels right. I'll meet you over there.
Okay, Mateo.
There's something I'd like to discuss.
Sorry.
Things are gonna be rough for a while.
I've been lost in thought.
Lodge has wounds that need healing.
Let me figure out where I want to put this point. Okay, I decided to bring commerce up one more. Buy for 10% less and sell for 15% more. And sell a bunch of unique items, and then the next point that we want to spend here, we'll be able to do even more money. So it's helpful. It's not the best buying and sell prices either way, but it's helpful. All right, so talk to Keeper Aquilus, and I don't know why it keeps doing that, like reverting you to the ones you've completed. It's kind of weird that way. Where's Keeper Aquilus at? Oh, now we have our fast travel back. Sweet. So he's in this district. We don't even need to fast travel because he's just right outside here, it looks like.
I need to inventory all our equipment.
Oh, Sarah just said she wants to talk to me. Let's see what she has to say.
Here, I have something for you.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
You're welcome. I picked it up on one of our latest planetary expeditions.
I appreciate it.
I'm just pleased I get to utilize some of my old field collecting skills.
Good for you.
Check back with me from time to time after we return from our planetary jaunt.
Okay, just random. She gave me one sealant. Well, okay. Fantastic. How far away is this thing? 75 meters, 24 meters. This thing is so off. Looks like it's just right up here at this building. See, if you jump, you get to save a lot of energy that way. All right.
Yes, exactly. It's like...
When someone insults you, you want to just beat the shit out of them sometimes, but you don't.
Okay.
Well, not quite what I was thinking, but that's actually a great example, Marcus. The man in the story was cruel. But you know why he was cruel? You must feel what he feels. Understand his pain. Accept it. And deliver it not back upon him.
Empathy. You mean empathy? But you say it like it's easy. Like anyone can just love a terrible person who has been terrible to them.
Yeah, why even bother? I mean, isn't the cycle of humanity peace and war back and forth, like forever? Seems kind of pointless to try so hard for something that won't last. Nothing ever really changes.
It's not easy, no, but necessary. Because you see, everything has changed. God has given us the intelligence, the ingenuity to reach into the stars, to travel his path, to truly find him. But we can't do it alone. The only way is through
unity.
Huh. Yes, Andreas. Yes. Unity. Well, I'm sure you all have other things to do. Thank you for taking the time to stop and talk with me.
He's giving me a lot to think about.
Keeper Aquilus, can we have a moment?
Oh, Mateo. It's been too long. How are your parents? Your mother still struggling with that azalea garden?
No, she figured that out a while ago. Had to adjust the pH levels in the soil. But, Keeper, I didn't come to catch up.
Oh, well, what's on both your minds?
That word you use, unity. Tell me a little more about it.
Oh, yeah. How humanity comes together. How we are to love each other even as our universe becomes even more complex.
That's not exactly what we mean. Keeper, when you talk about unity, well, does it mean anything else? Something secret?
Perhaps we should talk about this inside.
All right. Whoa. Sarah, look at you go.
Now that we have a little privacy, why don't you tell me exactly what it is that brought you two here?
Well, it's a long story, but it all started with the discovery of these artifacts, these anomalies.
They're like nothing we've ever seen, Keeper. Gravitational distortion, sub-audio harmonic sequencing, unidentifiable energy fluctuations.
I caught half of that. So, these things are unusual? Even in your experience? There have always been mysteries that seem to defy our understanding of the universe. Beyond rational thought. We enter life as an act of someone else's faith in us. There's no way of knowing who we will become, and yet the risk is made anyway. So you've pushed into the unknown, not knowing where it would take you. And it's brought you here.
So the fact that you and these other creatures, the Starborn...
Was there something more on your mind?
I'm telling you, relax. The fact that both of you use this word, unity, I know it's a stretch, but is there anything more you can help us understand?
I think I can. If you're willing to find your way in the dark for a bit longer, I can give you a path to discovering its meaning. There's an old story, far older than the Sanctum Universum, of someone who walked the settled systems and saw every corner of it. This pilgrim claimed he found the true meaning of unity. I always thought of it as just a parable for trying to bring humanity together, but maybe it's more.
So let's hear this story of yours. Maybe with our experiences we'll catch something. There must be more to it.
In my story, the pilgrim met the founders of the House of Enlightenment and the enigmatic cult of the Varun. And he gave them each a part of the truth. Then he goes to his final resting place to live out the rest of his days in contemplation of infinitum addendum, his addition or contribution to the infinite. But what if the story isn't a metaphor, but a code, a way of finding the pilgrim again, or at least his grave?
Infinitum addendum? That's an odd saying. Very specific.
Yes, something must be there. I just can't put my finger on it. Maybe the answer will become clear when we have more. The House of Enlightenment and Varun have versions of this story.
Okay, I'll talk to him.
The Enlightened work out of the well here in New Atlantis, helping the poorest citizens find a better life for themselves. Varun worshippers are more enigmatic, but there is a lone zealot that was captured recently for attacking UC ships. I visited her a couple of times. Hopefully she'll be willing to talk to you as well.
I'll stay here with the Keeper. We need to catch up. and I wouldn't mind asking him a few more questions.
Okay. So, sounds like we need to go talk to two different religious factions. Might as well grab that book. It looked like we could use it.
You know, there are folks I sometimes see in the
All right. So there's one he said that was here on this planet. We can start there. And it looks like it's not too far away. We'll follow this little path.
Problem?
I lose it when I'm jumping. Where's our quest marker now? Oh, it's in the monorail thing. Spaceport. Okay, there we are. 87 yards that way. Behind the counter?
Sarah, good to see you. Listen, I smoothed over that incident.
Evening, sir.
Evening. Oh. You're in jail, are you?
You didn't hear this from
A
me.
visitor?
Those ecliptic mercenaries?
I have all the company
Fact,
I
use them
need.
sometimes. Freestar Collective and UC both. That's why they give them a
Let's let this person behind us stop talking for a second, and then we can talk.
asshole should be blasted into space dust.
Thank you. Are you done? All right. I know you've talked to Keeper Aquilus about the Varun faith.
He knows not the truth. He sends another to ask more incessant questions.
Perhaps you should hear us out before you decide to cast judgment.
The Great Serpent waits in the shadows. He will entwine the universe, and all but the faithful will be made as dust. That is the truth. No more, no less.
Keeper Aquilus spoke of a pilgrim. I need to know more about him.
Anything you could tell us would be tremendously helpful.
Yes, I have spoken to your keeper about this. I will tell you what I told him, and then you will leave me. Jinan Varun meets the unbeliever. He gives false prophecy to Jinan. But such is Jinan's conviction in the Great Serpent, he does not hesitate. He cuts the unbeliever down. But the unbeliever returns. Jinan realizes the Great Serpent is testing him, and he will not be found wanting. 4 times they fight. Over 120 rotations of the planet they are on. Remember these 4 battles, Jinan, the unbeliever says. Remember these 120 rotations. But Jinan knows this is blasphemy, and delivers the killing blow. That is all.
I think I understand.
Then we are done. Leave me.
Not sure I understand, but I think I do. So where's the second one? Oh, they're both on the same planet. Wait a minute. Why did it do that? Give me a second. Okay. Looks like they took down the security measures, so that was just a short-lived...
You will be scanned as you enter the city, please.
Short-lived little issue. Whoops, I threw a grenade. Everybody watch out. It was an accident. Oh, I'm probably gonna have to pay a fine for that. Pushing a wrong button. I meant to push F, I pushed G. It's just how it is sometimes. You just run around and accidentally throw grenades. I mean, it happens. No, hey, 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 hey. Can I give up?
This won't end well for you. Give up.
What if I... Like, come on, guys.
Gotta get out of here.
This is all just a little too much, guys. Come on. Whoa. I do not need this. Let me see if I can get out of combat.
Don't worry, we're doing everything we
I think I found the guy.
Oh, you're not. Sorry.
I'm probably gonna still get shot at. Like, he was just running by me. I pushed the button. The guards are still chasing me right now. We'll see what happens. Can we talk about the pilgrim? Keeper Aquila sent me.
Listen, I've talked about this with him a ton of times, and there's no record of a Unity pilgrim. But since you both insist, our early records are mostly administrative. Humanitarian projects, group counseling notes, charity expenditures. But there is a series of exchanges the founding members recorded in a lot of detail. It's the closest thing I have to what Aquilas is describing.
Okay. Can you tell me about it?
A man walks into the first house of enlightenment. The founding members just call him the Drifter. So they think he's a charity case at first, but no, the Drifter asks them a bunch of questions. If your philosophy is built on an individual's own morality, what about the second person? That second person might disagree. Isn't the problem of two what you're really looking for? And the founders respond, each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up. All of human effort is a story of cooperation pushing us forward. And it kind of goes on like that. He comes back every week for a year. Same conversation every time. Second person this, the problem of two that.
Okay. Well, you think there was a message hidden in what he was saying?
Honestly, I think the founding members made it all up. There was a little more hesitation being openly atheist in the early days. I think they were experimenting with writing their own scripture. Fortunately, that got abandoned pretty quick. After the records of the Drifter end, you never see anything like it again.
Okay. Thanks for that.
Always happy to help. If you'll excuse me, I've got a lot of aid efforts to coordinate.
Can you aid me from getting away from these guards? Did I actually get away from the guards by talking to him? That would be fantastic. What's the next part of this anyway? Return to Keeper Aquilus. Let's see if we can't do that. And stay away from getting shot at. They put a lot of bullets in me. That was not fun. Okay, no guards at the lodge. Am I even supposed to be going to the lodge? No. Alright, we're gonna find out, because I'm sure we'll pass some along the way. Oh, I'm in combat, so that counts as a boost jump. In combat. So apparently the guards still do want me. Oh, I got stuck.
This can't be happening.
I have no clue how to clear my bounty when they're shooting at me. How to get them to stop shooting at me so I can just go talk to them. I barely caused any problems and they're trying to kill me over it. Okay. I don't want to actually kill anybody.
Well, you're back. What did you learn? Was there something hidden in their stories, like we thought?
The Enlightened story uses the word second and two.
Planets are often named by number. That second might mean the second planet in the system. What else did you learn?
UC security! Surrender immediately!
I can't move. Let's see here. Are they gonna chase me down in here? Can I at least get out of... Alright, buddy. I'm done with this. Ah, that didn't help. Okay, well... that just made things worse. Give me a second, let me clean this mess up. Okay, let's try to have this conversation again. Who are you? Do you mind?
Well, you're back. What did you learn? Was there something hidden in their stories, like we thought?
In your story, the pilgrim contemplates infinitum addendum. That must mean something.
Yes. What he added to infinity. Maybe that points to a name. If we're looking for his resting place, we'd need to know the name of the star system, wouldn't we? What else did you learn?
I spoke to the Varun Zealot. She said Janan fought 4 times over 120 days.
If there really is a location the Pilgrim wanted us to find, those do sound awfully like coordinates. Was there anything else?
The Enlightened story uses the word second and two.
Planets are often named by number. That second might mean the second planet in the system. Let's see. We have something that could be coordinates. Something that could point to a planet in the system. But what's the name of the system? Infinitum addendum. What if we break down the parts? No systems named finite or add. That just leaves in and dumb. Well, that's certainly how I feel.
Indum? That's the name of the star system?
Yes, that's it. The second planet in Indum. At 4 and 120. That's where you'll find the Pilgrim's resting place. And from there, maybe you'll find the true meaning of unity. Before you go, you've now spoken to many different perspectives in our universe. In a way, you'll be carrying their philosophies with you on this journey. I know you're looking for a specific unity, but If you had to guess what it was, what interpretation would you give it? But what makes something like that holy? Gravity is also a force that brings things together. Should that be sanctified? Do you think this word unity describes a similar miracle? The processes of the universe are all in accordance with some greater intent.
With all due respect, gravity is no miracle. There are solid scientific foundations for it to exist.
Well, I won't keep you any longer. This has been fun, I have to admit. Go.
Okay. Just trying to pick stuff that would... I don't want her with me.
Can I help? Sure, whatever you...
Thank you. All right. So I think we have come a long way here today. That was a lot of fun. It was a lot of religion, which it's part of the story, but those can get a little bit weird sometimes. So either way, it was still fun. I still enjoyed the episode, and I can't wait to do another one here with you guys. So our next quest gets us to Indum 2. And let's see here. It says 4 and 20, right? So can I look at it? I think I need to get there before I can look at it. So we'll do that next episode. Until then, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you then.